Cup clubs. And this is from the Champions League, actually, nominating contract players. And we will start off with Ederson. This Ederson is good. You can increase him, and you can increase his reflexes to 90, and awareness above 85. It's going to be almost almost the 88, around 88, maybe almost 90 as well. Goalkeeping awareness. Jumping is a little bit terrible, but you can increase his reach on the 90 scale as well. And if you put jumping on 70 with the 90 reach, but if you only have left point to do that, you will have the perfect goalkeeper with the jumping capabilities. Catching is decent as well. Starting point pairing is also decent. So all around, this goalkeeper you must have. He is standard form, so you can play him only when he is B and A. But yeah, he is offensive goalkeeper, so he will rush outside and then try to collect the balls. Next stop is Sergio Ramos, extra frontman. What I don't like with Sergio Ramos, because he is slow, and he has good jumping and heading. You don't need to touch that, and if you can increase jumping to, I don't know, 85, or you can increase also. Sorry, you can increase jumping until his physical is around 82. Defensive awareness needs to be around 85 and above, and the rest points you need to allocate speed and acceleration. Speed needs to be 72, acceleration needs to be at least 70. And honestly, he can do a good job defensively, but he cannot go in the attack. He doesn't have that much stamina. He doesn't have anything. So yeah, he is decent backup to Division 1 place. Ederson is the player for Division 1 players. This is decent backup. Heading, weighted pass, penalty specialist, main marking, interception, area superiority, sliding tackle, acrobatic clearance, captaincy, fighting spirit. He is good, but he's too fucking slow. And honestly, he can only play in three back at the back, but he is in the middle. He is in the fucking middle, and you have two pacey center defenders. He cannot play with two center defenders because he will always be outrun by the pacey players. Unwavering form, B rated. This is why you can use him in Division 1, just because of that. Rafa Silva, he is classical winger that runs. You cannot, even though he can play secondary striker and he can play advanced midfielder, he doesn't have capabilities for you to develop him like that. So his attributes are scarce. You can increase his ball control, dribbling, and tight possession above 85 to 88, almost 90. Speed and acceleration needs to be also almost 90, because you need to increase kicking power at least 75 to 80, so you can curl the goals from the sides. Low pass also you need to increase around 70, and finishing needs to be around 75. All around, this player I wouldn't recommend for you to sign. He cannot be Yazid. He cannot even be a center forward. He cannot be anything than virtually a player. You pass the ball to him and then run. Double touch, Marseille turn, cup turn, soul control, knuckle shot, dipping shot, through passing, outside curl, and gamemanship. Unwavering form. That's the only good thing with him. But yeah, nevertheless, I wouldn't recommend Rafa Silva. And Ndombele, box-to-box midfielder. I would use him as a center midfielder. I wouldn't use him as a defensive midfielder because he's box-to-box. Already he has good ball control, dribbling, and tight possession. I will increase it to 85. Low pass I will increase to 85 as well. Finishing to 75. The rest of the points I would allocate speed and acceleration to 75, both of them. And the other stats I will increase defensive as much as you can increase it, and you will have the perfect box to box in the midfield if you don't have Vieira. Scissor feint, double touch, Marseille turn, Chop turn, cut turn, soul control, one touch pass. He's good for meta formations, through passing, game machine, and fighting spirit. So the only downside is standard form and C rated right now, so you can use him only on the bench. But yeah, and Ndombele is a must-have center midfielder, actually, from this pack. Van Aken is a hole player, a tall hole player. He is slow, but he's basically all around. He's a decent backup for Division 1, and he is a good addition to any Division 2 plays. He's not for Division 1. He's full. He can be a 4-star player, 4-star team player. Good choice. Ball control and dribbling type possession needs to be around 80. Low pass needs to be around 85. Finishing needs to be around 75. I won't touch defensive awareness, tackling, and aggression. I won't touch that. I would play him only as an advanced midfielder because of the stats, because he's not that fast. Speed and acceleration, you need to increase speed 75, acceleration 72. Yeah, all around he's a backup. He's not for your first choice. Double touch, long range curler, rising shot, first team shot, one touch pass, through passing, weighted pass, outside curl. When Konami actually introduced the event that we need to play with the star ratings, he would be a good choice. But for Division 1 battles, even though with unwavering form, he's not that great. Tell, goal poacher. 17 years of age. He is a fucking wonder kid. I will choose him because look at how many levels he can go as well. Ball control driven type possession needs to be around 80. Low pass 65. Finishing needs to be around 85. Speed needs to be around almost 90 to have kicking power with him. As well as acceleration for your offensive awareness needs to be around 82 or 83. Jumping, even though he has height, I wouldn't increase that much on jumping. I will probably increase physical contact to 70, so he don't lose that much of the ball. Scissor feint, double touch, cut turn, soul control, dipping shot, long range shooting, acrobatic finishing, first time shot, and super sub. Standard form, C rated. Yeah, good addition to any teams. Honestly, Tell is a good addition to any teams. But mainly for Division 2 and 4-star, but he can be a backup for the actual event. Division 1, sorry. Another box-to-box defensive midfielder, Tao Shamani. I will increase his tight possession to 80. Low pass I would increase to 85, almost 88. Finishing I wouldn't touch because, well, he's defensive midfielder actually, and maybe to 70. That's personal choice. Defensive awareness I would increase to 80. I would actually develop him to be defensive. Speed around 80 as well, so he can have at least 80 kicking power, and acceleration around 75, so he can have at least a little bit offensive awareness. Also must have player for any Division 1 matches. Mass turn, cut turn, soul control, one touch pass, through passing, weighted pass, gamemanship, interception, area superiority, and sliding tackle. So yeah, unwavering form as well. So he is as well must-have player for you to have. Enzo Fernandez, box to box, slightly different player than the Tao Shamani. This guy is more offensive center midfielder. Ball control driven type possession needs to be around 85. Low pass needs to be around 85. Finishing needs to be around 80. Speed needs to be as much as high, his kicking power to 85. Acceleration needs to be as much as high for his offensive awareness to go to 82. And if you have anything left, increase his physicals. Soul control, long range curler, first time shot, one touch pass, through pass, waiting pass, lofted pass, and fighting spirit. Everything for meta formations, everything for any other Division 1 matches. So yeah, unwavering form, B rated, must have as well. Perisic, cross specialist. And he's not a fullback, he is actually in the midfield. And he can be as a secondary striker, but I would develop him as a right midfielder or right flank, or left midfielder and left flank. Ball control driven type possession needs to be around 80. Low pass and lofted pass needs to be around 85. Sorry, lofted pass 85, low pass below that. Finishing 75 because you want to have curls with him when he cuts inside. Speed needs to be for kicking power to be 85 because Perisic has an extremely phenomenal shot. Acceleration needs to be around, well, until offensive awareness is 80. And the rest of the points you allocate probably on physicals, so he can have robust things. Chop turn, cut turn, and behind. Heading, long range curler, rising shot, long range shooting, acrobatic finishing, heel trick, point crossing, and super sub. So Perisic is also must-have player for you to have from this pack as well. Downside is that he's standard form, so you need to wait for when he's B and A for you to be as a regular player. But if you're going to use him from the bench, you can wait with C form as well. Dest, offensive fullback. Already he has decent speed and acceleration. I would increase his ball control to 75, and that's it. Low pass and lofted pass to 85 as well. Defensive awareness needs to be 75 and above if it's possible. And speed needs to be around 90, so his kicking power increase, but you are not going to shoot with him. He's mainly for you to get the ball and pass it. Get the ball and pass it. You're not going to use him as a right flanker. It's ludicrous that they put that. You are going to use him as a right fullback. So yeah. Double touch, flip flap, Marseille turn, cut turn, long range curler, rising shot, one touch pass, pinpoint crossing, and Rabona. Decent Division 1 player, not star, decent. But he is for the events, and he is for Division 2 players, Division 2 plays, and also for star teams, star player. Downside is standard form, so you need to wait when he is B and A for you to play him. And last is Correa, secondary striker. And honestly, I would develop Correa as a secondary striker with passing 75. Finishing needs to be almost 80. Ball control driven type possession needs to be 85. Speed needs to be at least the kicking power needs to be 80, and acceleration needs to be at least offensive awareness is 80 as well. The rest I will allocate on physicals a little bit, and that's it. He's super sub, so you are not going to use him straightforward. You are going to use him when he comes from the bench. Scissor feint, double touch, Marseille turn, chop turn, cut turn, Scotch move, knuckle shots, outside curlers, gamemanship, and super sub. Standard form, C rated, but you can use him from the bench. Decent backup for Division 1 plays. Star player is for Division 2 and 4-star teams. So yeah, guys, all around, I just wouldn't recommend signing Van Aken and Rafa Silva. Sergio Ramos could be decent, but must-have players are Ederson, Tchouaméni, Enzo, Perisic, Ndombele, Correa, Tel, and Dest. Those are must-have players for you guys to sign. Pazzi, meni se sviđa pack.